Sunday morning, cool, comfortable, and inviting when the sun came out. And I always feel invited to come here on Sunday morning and recognize where the truth is, where God is, where the Spirit dwells, where the divine Spirit that is within each one of us becomes known, becomes felt. We become aware that we have the strength and the power within. And we are all one. God is, and God is all there is. And I know for me, when I come and see the people who choose to be here on Sunday morning, who choose to be and recognize who they are, and then we are in touch. I hear you and you hear me. We are one. And in my gratitude for this awareness, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing the truth. And together we say, and so it is.
Does anybody remember the word of the day?
Immersion.
Immersion. That's what we were doing this morning as we opened our service with our invocation and with our meditation music. Immersing ourselves into this very place, this very spot where we are right now. And Ernest Holmes writes, that which is felt cannot be taught. That which is taught may be felt. This is one of the most vital things in mental and spiritual science. A treatment has no power unless it has meaning to the one who gives it. Just as we know that a public speaker cannot convey a message which he himself does not understand. If we wish to convey a message, we must feel it, just as a musician feels the atmosphere of harmony back of his technique. Yet, technique is equally necessary in order that they may give a definite form to that feeling. A practitioner, the one giving the treatment, the one praying, recognizes the whole condition as a thing of thought, and in their own mind straightens out this thought about his patient. In so doing, he reveals the eternal harmony back of the negative appearance. The straightening out of thought is technique, and it may be taught, but it must be learned. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. And this morning, we've got a wonderful speaker, the Reverend Ann Woodward, who has been with us, I don't know, a bunch of times. And I say that because I've known Ann for a lot of years, and I've heard her speak in different venues. But this morning we are truly, truly blessed by having our guest speaker, Ann Woodward. And I'm going to move some furniture.
We're going to get set up here.
Let's do it here.
We would like right there, so when we do our meditation, just with the drums on. Whoops.
Oh, I broke it.
Oh no.
Do this without breaking this.
Yeah. There we go. I'll move this a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. That way, that's good.
Can you still see her from over
If
there?
not, we're going to do some interactive things today. If you feel comfortable coming over and joining us, please do. If you prefer to stay where you are, that's fine too.
Get over there, Rose.
Close enough to the mic.
Where do you
Bring
want
it
to
on. That's good. I think everybody can hear me anyhow.
go?
Yeah.
Well, fix it the way you want it.
Okay, we'll just give it a little, there we go. I think that'll work.
Okay.
This is the amen corner here.
Yeah.
Come on, come here.
I think we're set. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I think we're on Facebook this morning too.
Yep.
So I'd like to give a shout out to anybody that would be watching us, and to also, if you can, come join us here sometime and have the feeling of the closeness of the unifying group right here, the loving group. And I see some friends here today. Hi, John. And Mickey, hi. I'm actually a practitioner emerita. I've been in Science of Mind formally since 1994. But anyhow, our topic today is, it has to do with negotiating peace. And my title is, I Hear You, We Are One. So everything that's gone on so far with Bill's reading and so forth have all fit in exactly as in God's one mind. And I've said before when I've spoken, my train of thought sometimes leaves the station without me, so I keep a lot of notes. And so, but I think since we've been standing up here speaking to everyone for so long, that it's time to kind of do some interaction. So I may be asking you to speak to me this morning as well. We can stand up here and we can hear the words. We can hear that energy flows where attention goes. And we can hear all the things about being one and knowing our truth. But if we haven't truly experienced it, it doesn't really do what it could do if we have that depth. So hopefully I can give you some of that depth this morning. And know that when we change our thinking, we change our minds. But that thinking has to be in. There's a lady that did, she was a early childhood educator named Bev Boss. And she said, if it hasn't been in the hand, it isn't in the head. So I want to put it in the hand and put it into the head this morning. So I will go through my notes so I don't forget anything, but also I really want you to feel part of this. So here's what I have to say. This is from Ernest Holmes. The secret of spiritual power lies in a consciousness of one's union with the whole and the availability of good. God is accessible to all people. This week's theme is negotiating peace. And in this month, we are being asked to raise our voice. The thought behind the statement is that we find a strong connection with our community brothers and sisters so that we are able to dialogue with one another about religion, politics, and personal relationships without ending our dialogue in an unpleasant argument. I started looking into my own consciousness and realized that there just might be a place that requires me that I cannot trust to go. So I feel it might be even spiritual malpractice if I stand here, in my case sit, and direct my talk about something I cannot do at this time myself. So that's when I thought, okay, we've got to inculcate this into the group because maybe I'm not the only one feeling that way. So if you can, that's great. If you can, then you can answer this call with full dialogue and without confrontation. I think I still have to relate with some people that might not be in that place and may still be struggling with being able to have some kind of a dialogue. So let's find out about negotiating peace. First, let's look at how truly related we are to one another. There was something on the internet not too long ago that talked about generations, and I pulled some of that out. It said, if we go back just 9 generations, it took us 4,094 people to get us here. Now, if you think about us, that's great. How about thinking about everything, all the animals, everything? How many generations? They live faster. How many generations did it take them to get here? So if you go 9 times 9, that's 81 generations. We were in, most of us were in caves then. 36,846 people in 81 generations. So we're really all very special. But we're still all connected. Now, how can I say to you, I hear you and we are one, if I don't follow into that, if I don't look at that? So, I looked at what I might offer you that brings us into the point of oneness without ignoring the theme. Here we go. First, I'm guessing that there are those of you here today that may be looking for answers to finding common ground with those that you don't agree with. Both our theme for this month and this week's theme are based on how well we have planted our seeds in April. Remember, we went back and we planted intentions. And now, are you ready to hold on to your personal empowerment? Do you know your own strength? Do you act with integrity? Our goal is to find peace. So now we gotta look within. How do we move from broken relationships into unity and harmony and peace? This is where we evaluate what it takes to restore a relationship. Broken relationships may be with our own selves or with others. So to find harmony and peace, we must look at what we can reconcile and move into transformation. And transformation is an internal shift that brings us into alignment with our highest potential. So we're working on that very, very highest. We must move from, and I love this one, it's okay if you disagree with me. I can't force you to be right. Into unifying the universal and allowing the other person to express and hold on to their own opinion. And now Ernest Holmes said, because of the unity underlying all life, no man lives entirely unto himself, but through himself he lives unto the whole, which the whole embodies all lives. He also goes on to say, the spiritual experience is deep, calm, and self-assertive. It's the result of actually realizing that presence, which binds us all together and is the complete whole. Now, so we talk about the whole, and I hear from many sources that we are constantly surrounded by a power greater than ourselves. Science, for many years, has been calling it the quantum field. So in this field, we have our experience. It is literally the one mind. That's what we're talking about. Albert Einstein said, I have come to believe that we live and have our being in a unified field of intelligence. That's the quantum field, and that is also the one mind. So how do we connect? That's the big question. How do we connect? Or how do we really know we've connected? That's another question. I look for an overriding feeling of peace. When peace comes in, I know I have found what I call grace. Now, this grace is an internal knowing. Because the unity underlying all life, none of us live entirely into ourselves, but through our lives unto the whole, and the whole embodies all lives. That was Ernest again. And while I'm in that state of grace, I connect. Our greatest task is to search for our spirituality and finding our own connection to the source of the whole. And listen to the conversations around us. Hear and know that the one who is speaking just as much part of the whole as we are. So this is where we can find connection. As you quiet your conscious mind and relax, allowing the creative subconscious to come forth, peace, balance, and harmony becomes your nature. And the Buddha said this, peace comes from within, do not seek it without. So we ask, am I ready, really ready to jump into my conclusions and my opinions? Do we want to jump into those, or do we want to step back? Or am I able to rest back and listen? I can put the one with a different opinion in a place of non-judgment. Can I do that? So the Bible says in Matthew 7:1, in the King James Version, judge not that you be judged. Well, I don't know about you, but this has been a great challenge for me. So here it is. This is where my and your spirituality gets a big test. I seek non-judgment, a non-judgment attitude, making no comparison and releasing the need to know. How's that? Okay. So from the conscious mind again, we quiet that and we step into the creative subconscious where we can find unity with everything. So this is where I'm going to stop and ask for you. How are you all feeling about that? How about non-judgment? I'd like to give out a little card. I should have done that today. Make no judgment, make no comparison, and release the need to know. Ooh, that sounds so nice. So at this time, I'm still challenged to be completely comfortable with sharing my feelings and beliefs with one who may not have they have opposing thoughts. So I have not raised my voice. I do my work in silence, in prayer, non-judgment, and love. Can we all do that? Okay, and at least for now. How are you feeling about your voice now? Where is your voice in that? Can you still speak up? Joseph Campbell said this: the goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. So how do we maintain peace, harmony, balance, and love when we disagree with the opinions of others? Well, I ask you to go back to that. Make no judgment, make no comparison, release the need to know. Remember the heartbeat and match your nature with nature. Is it easy? How many people think it's easy? Not easy. But it takes practice. And we can discover our own peace. Once we find our inner peace, we can open to a positive attitude towards others who may not agree with us. Can we find our voice? As remember our connection to everything and everyone. So I'm going to ask you, we're going to practice a little bit doing some of that and connecting. White Feather's going to help me, and I'll give you a cue when I need you in. So I'd like you all to relax back in your chairs. Just get into that meditative state. We're going to go into nature's heartbeat with the drum. And let's find that inner quiet that puts us in touch with who we really are. Do we need to judge and compare? Do we really need to know? Or what if we let all those thoughts go? Let's see how it feels to truly not judge and not compare and not need to know as we follow the drum beat. And I will take you into a place and to release some of that mind chatter and let it go. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is, I'm just going to give you a thumbs up when I want you to drum, and when I want a little silence, I'll just go like that. Okay? So everybody knows. All right. So just soften your eyes or close them according to what you'd like, and take an inner look at judgment. Are you making judgments about those who differ from you? Bring those into your view. release them into their opinions and thoughts. We are one. Are you comparing others with what you believe? Or are you allowing them to be who they are? We are one. Are you trying to figure out how and why they could think that way? We are one. Now release the judgment, the comparison, and the need to know. And now say to yourself, is there something within me that needs to be released? Or someone or some group that needs to be released? You are lifting a big weight from your consciousness. Step into the now. See peace, love, harmony, and joy. Enter your inner spirit. It is all part of one whole. Let God, one mind, take it. Just know love is everywhere. Just quietly and relax yourself, but come back into this place. Widen your eyes or your gaze. Open your eyes. Now, can you see yourself? Release your thoughts of controlling and judging and letting things, just let things be. It may take more than just this day to do that. Differing thoughts are just that. Find your inner love, peace, joy, harmony, and balance. And find reconciliation. Be transformed. When we reconcile, the transformation comes. Remember, transformation's result is a high spiritual calling. Transformation is an internal shift that brings us into alignment with our highest potential. When we are transformed, our light, our spiritual vibratory rate shines bright. We're all candles, and as we find calm and peace and balance and harmony, we share that with those around us. We are transformed. So, I'm going to give you this affirmation by Ernest Holmes. I'm complete from this thing called You. And then after that, the affirmation, I'm going to have Dave play a song from Neil Young. But I'll give you a heads up. So here's what Ernest says. The law of good is continuously operating in my life. I am always equal to any task set before me. I am confident of my ability to meet every situation. I can solve every problem, overcome every difficulty. Realizing that spirit knows no obstruction, I have implicit confidence in its ability to operate through me always and under every situation. Now I'm going to ask you to find your voice, speak out only with love and peace, and remember how special you are. How many generations brought us here and brought you into this place? Let your light shine. You are the candle shining brightly. And I'm going to ask at the end today, I asked Dave if when we make our circle and sing our peace song, if we would pass the peace. So that will be first, and that's a handshake. And I don't know how many people have done that before, but it's basically taking the person's hand next to you and saying, peace be with you. And the return to you is, and also with you, and then turn to another person and do that. In fact, you know what, Dave? I think we'll do that right now.
Okay.
And then we'll pass the candles out, and so if you'd like to join us over here, Heather, I'm gonna pass the peace to you if you'll pass it on.
Okay.
And then I'll hand you the candles to pass out too. So here's how it goes. Peace be with you. And you say, and also
with you.
And so if you'll pass that on.
Peace be with you.
And also with you. Then, peace in the candles. Let me test out while the song's going. Dave, I think you can do the song.
Okay.
Just as that's going on.
Peace be with you and also with you.
Peace be with you.
And also with you. Light the candles with your song.
Peace be with you now.
Instead of curse in the darkness, light a candle for where we're going. There's something ahead worth looking for. When the light of time is on us, we will see our moment come, and the living soul inside will carry on. Light a candle in the darkness, so others might see ahead. Light a candle in the darkness when you go.
And so it is.
And so it is. offertory.
Oh, the offertory. We gotta do that, then we'll do the peace song. And please keep your candles.
Okay, I just want to say that we are all very prosperous, we are all healthy, we are all wealthy and wise. And in that invocation, we appreciate all the good that comes to us from the people who come to this center. We have a bowl at that back table that you can put your tithe, your gift, your contribution in. And Dave is at the back sound booth, and he can accept any of your debit cards or your credit cards. He's got a little doohickey that accepts them. And I just want to thank you for everything that everybody contributes just by coming to this center. Thank you. And now we're going to sing the blessing song. I am so blessed, because we are all so blessed.
How much?
She wrote that just for me today. I literally wrote my sister a text this morning and I held it. And I'm like, I'm gonna pray on this.
And we are so blessed. Thank you. I thought I'd put that on. But anyway. Well, there we are. Now, finally, something has happened that my mother and father couldn't do for me, that Ann Woodward and Whitefeather did for me. They finally drummed something into my head. And I thank you so much. And now, we've got nothing left to do but sing our peace song. So if you'd like to circle up, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but we can do that. And we're going to sing, Let There Be Peace on Earth, because that's needed now more than ever before. Let there be peace on earth. And it goes something like this.
Let